Hello, welcome to Sunday Cooking. Today we will be making my wife's favorite dish. Mommy's favorite dish, right, Anthony? It's not my favorite, nor is Anthony's favorite, but it's my wife's favorite. And we, I used to cook this probably 3 or 4 times a year. On her birthday, on wedding anniversary, on Christmas, those things. Because without the right pot, it was not easy. It's kind of a pain in the butt to do. So, but this Christmas is part of my self treat. I bought a special pot. Hello, Scott. This past Christmas, I bought a special pot in order to make this dish. To make it easier. Okay, so I have been looking for this pot for a couple of years. I actually email a bunch of people in Vietnam, inquire a bunch of Facebook pages on where I can buy one of these pots, and nobody can find. Hello, Deadpool. Can find a place for me to buy in the U.S. So finally, this past Thanksgiving, I saw it popped up on a bunch of websites, especially like eBay. I mean, the pot is nothing special. Okay, let me show you what makes it special. But it had to be shipped all the way from Vietnam, and the shipping cost is just as much as the pot itself. Um, and what makes this pot special is this contraption right here. It's a steamer, but it needs a special ring like this in order to spread a cloth over it. And that's it. I mean, it's that simple. But I'm not handy enough to make something like this on my own. So buying a steamer that come with the special uh, ring and the cloth to go over it is what I needed to do. So that's it. It's a very simple dish. Nothing hot and steamy. Okay. There you go. See that? It fit right in there. So for now, let's put the lid back there. And the this is just as in the title says, steam rice roll. Okay, so this is rice flour basically, and I'm just gonna mix it up with some water, and that's it. And as far as the filling that go inside, I mean, I put a link of a video below, and you can see, it's very common street food. Hello, Luther. Very common street food in Vietnam, and you can, as far as the filling that go into this steamed rice roll, you can go full vegetarian. You know, just chop up a bunch of mushrooms, cabbage, saute it. You don't have to use meat. You don't have to, This is one of the very few Vietnamese dish that you can go full vegan if that's what your heart desire. Without the right pot, it's a big pain in the butt. But now that I bought the special tool, easy peasy. I used to cook this 3 or 4 times a year, only on special occasion. But now with the right pot, there you go. The flour go in here, and then 4 cups of water. Okay. 4 cups of water. Here we go. One. Two. Three. 4. Now, when you buy the pot, It actually comes with some extra stuff that's kind of neat, but I don't really need to go and use it. Hello, Patrick. Patrick's in the house. Lord Tagman is here. If you have never seen this dish, this is what came with it. Okay, it came with this and a fancy coconut spoon, but I don't really need to use these two things. Okay, let's get things going. If I can only find where my things are, and I can't. So for now, I'm just going to use this to stir up this rice flour and water mixture. Okay, just give it a good thorough mix. Good luck to the Jaguar. You know, I'm sure my entire family in Boston, including Anthony over there, is rooting for the Patriots. Yes, so at this point, I don't really care anymore. You know, when it comes down to football, it used to be my favorite sport, but it is far no longer my favorite sport. Not sure where the turning point was as far as, you know, when I care less about football. I mean, I feel disappointed and upset when my team lose, but usually that lasts about half a day. By the next morning when I wake up, no care. Okay, so I'm getting a good. Okay, so you get this like milky looking. This is just rice flour and water. Okay, nothing special. If you go and watch Vietnamese street food video, you see this dish bought and sold and eaten everywhere. Okay, I wouldn't say that it is as common as pho, the beef noodle soup. It is not, but it's very popular. When I was growing up in Vietnam, you see this everywhere. It's about as common as French fries. Pho is about as common as pizza over here, right? Who doesn't love pizza? Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready to see how things are put together? Scott asked, do you usually make your noodle and pasta from scratch, Nick? I occasionally do, not all the time. When I feel extremely fancy, yes, but not in a long while. I can do it. In fact, one of the most entertaining thing that we did as a family when we went to Italy last summer was we went to a winery that also have a world famous chef there, and he teaches how to make fresh pasta. If you watch the Italy video, there's a clip in there that, you know, Anthony and I and my wife make fresh pasta. Okay, let's crank this up. Enough yip yapping. This dish is so quick to make. Okay, you blink, it's done. Steaming. Okay, get it going. Give it a good stir. Are you watching? It's still liquidy, okay? Keep stirring. It's thicking up. Okay, here is where you can put in your chopped mushroom, onions, and whatever. I have here a mixture of ground pork and mushroom and onion. I saute before ahead of time. That's it. Give it 30 seconds, not even 30 seconds. I gotta get myself a plate. And normally I would make probably 4 or 5 from each one of us to eat. Okay, so here just one. Okay, here is the next step. Okay, I use this instead of this. I will do 2. One using this little fancy bamboo thing. Okay, look at that. See, that's why the name is steamed rice roll. You see? How easy is that? Like I said, this is the wife's favorite dish. I do this every special occasion. You just stir this until you can see the flour getting thicker. You stop. Sprinkle in some filling. Close the lid for about 20 seconds and it's done. Yes, Deadpool, I agree. When we went to Italy, the one thing that I do love about the pizza in Italy is the sauce. Okay, hands down, the sauce. One of the things that I dislike pizza here is whenever I go to a restaurant or order pizza, the sauce over here often uh, they put in way too much, or they too acidic, too can-ish, nasty. But that's one thing about Italy pizza. The tomato sauce is so fresh tasting. That's the best part. Okay, that's number 2. How easy is that? Everything made from scratch, nothing is processed. Absolutely. Vietnamese food is still not a very popular thing. That's for sure. When it comes down to Asian food, Vietnamese food is way behind the curve as far as popularity compared to Chinese, Thai, and for sure Korean. We went out for Korean food for dinner last night. Delicious. I am just going to fry some wings today and use my hot sauce I picked up. Robert, that's what we are having for dinner. Okay. Deadpool's gonna smoke some ribs. Good for you. Good for you. Um, Last night we went out for Korean and it was absolutely delicious. My friend that have a Korean food truck, he does absolutely wonderful Korean food. Not for me, at least Mama San once a week. Thai food has become very big. Um, yeah, I mean, as long as I have known, as long as I have lived in America, you know, Thai has been very popular. So what do you think? You think how easy this is? But it's all come down to this special pot with a special ring. That's number three. Usually, the wife and I would eat four or five, and Anthony would do like three. Now, if you watch the street food video from Vietnam, they use a pot three times bigger than this. Okay, so they can make much bigger. I mean, which is fine. My stove top can't handle something much bigger than this. Luther, for those that doesn't know, Patrick is a vegan, and his favorite, well, one of his favorite restaurant up in upstate New York is a Vietnamese place, which is called Mama Son. I don't even know where they had that. I don't know where they came up with that name because that's not a Vietnamese name. Scott asked, "Can you use those rolls with sushi? Stuff them with ingredients? You can stuff them with anything. You can stuff shrimp, whatever. It's a roll. So think about it. You can put in anything. This is one. It's anything you want. Okay. We just happen to have some ground pork and mushroom and onion, but literally you can do whatever. Beautiful. So yes, this pot was a special purchase for Christmas for my wife. That was her Christmas gift. I bought this pot so I can make this dish for her. So there you go, four right here. How long did that took? 5 minutes? Was at Whole Food looking for a special hot sauce. Um, I love hot sauce of any kind. Okay, no doubt I'm partial to sriracha, but I like it all. Even like Tabasco. It's always depend on the food. You know, the problem with Tabasco is that it's a little bit too vinegary. So depend on what I'm eating. It doesn't go well, but sriracha tend to go well with just about everything. Yes, your 16-year-old son loves sriracha. I love it. I mean, I go through a big bottle. I use it on everything. I use it on fried eggs, French fries, hot dog, hamburger, anything. Every meal, I pretty much use sriracha, even in soup. Yes, in soup. Yes, one of our friend have a factory that make different flavor sriracha. Okay. They will make like green chili sriracha. Today is just a lazy cooking day, nothing special. For this one, I will use the special tool, okay, just to show you how the special tool works. Bigger, you can spread out, okay. This time I will use this special tool. Is if you watch the street food video in Vietnam, a lot of the ladies use this. They whip it up like that. Use this thing. Um, as far as video, I finally shot a special video yesterday. You can see that I wear the same sweatshirt in the video. I will load it tomorrow. It reveal. What do you need? Okay, yeah. It's off.
Oh, this.
Yeah. Thank you. My wife is cooking something in the oven and she want to make sure that I turn it off. Let's see. Okay. Good thing we turn it off. Okay, ready? I'm going to use this special tool. See that? You slide it in. I'm not very good with the special tool. I find using the spatula. But let's see that. Beautiful. The reason why I'm cooking this dish is that my wife, twin sister, the fraternal twin, not identical twin, fraternal twin, is coming in about 20 minutes for lunch. So it's her favorite dish as well. So she will be happy to see this dish. She had never seen this pot before. It'll be a family fun for her to see. So circular motion you can do, the more you can spread it out. Hello, Dragon Dew. Hello. I'm making Banh Cuon. This is the right pronunciation for this dish called Banh Cuon. Yes, if the Wi-Fi, if the video is choppy, it's because the Wi-Fi is kind of crappy. Unfortunately, that's out of my control, as always. Yeah, can't help you there, my friend. Yeah, so tomorrow I would be uploading a video where I will spotlight bot as I enter either the EC market or the timely market. Yes, it is. The review, the special review is here. Some people already know what I bought. Well, some people already know the decision. The big question is, I'm almost certain nobody is going to guess right which book it is. I'm certain. Look at that. Is that easy? Robert Finnefrock, guess timely. Scott asked, another sale video in February? Maybe. I listed a bunch of stuff on eBay yesterday. Basically, stuff that was on the sale video last week. I want to test out how better eBay or how worse eBay will be. I think it will be EC for the choice. Scott guessed EC, so we'll see if Scott is correct. And that's the easier part. The harder part is, of course, guessing which book, right? Because if you guess timely, it could be infinite books, just like EC. If you guess EC, even though I talk a lot about how much I love Jack Davis, who knows what book it could be, right? So we'll find out. For sure, I'm buying a lot less this past few weeks. Even the collection that I have been buying from for the past back in December, I'm getting better at telling myself the more you buy, the more hassle it is to sell. And I just don't want to deal with selling. Well, I don't mind selling, but it is a hassle. This is perfection. Now, as far as serving this, okay, if you go watch YouTube, we serve it with fried shallot, onion, cilantro, fish sauce, all kind of stuff. There's all kind of vegetable topping, lettuce, bean sprout, you name it. This is just the base. It's all kind, just like any Vietnamese dish. It is usually a whole lot of greens and herb and spices that we put on top of it. So when it's time to eat, it's a lot more than just this plain rice roll. Okay. Let's see. I make one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I make 8 or 9 so far. I'm about halfway there to feed 4 people. I will cook 2 more and then I will end, because then I have enough, I believe, to feed the 4 of us. Speaking of selling, I sold a big book to somebody in Singapore last week. Big book. And if the deal goes smoothly, okay, if the deal goes smoothly, because shipping to international is not an easy thing to do. If the deal goes smoothly, it could be a whole lot of big books going to Singapore for him to buy stuff. So if the deal goes smoothly, he might get the Spider-Man 129 that I just got back from CGC. There's a whole bunch of books in my, a whole bunch of slabs that he wanted to buy from me. So I just sold him one thing so far, the Jimmy Olsen. I sold that to him. And that's what is on its way to Singapore. If that deal goes smoothly and everything arrives safely, all that stuff, there will be much more deal going directly to Singapore. Okay, so it looks like I have already so 2 more, and then I'm all set. Well, anyhow, thank you everyone for tuning in to watch me cook my wife's favorite dish. Okay, if you are not familiar with this dish, go on YouTube, type in the name Banh Cuon, Banhcuon, and watch all the street food video featuring this dish, and you will see how common this is. But now you see how easy it is to make at home. Before I go, I will answer one question. Scott asked, isn't shipping overseas more difficult? Absolutely. Unless you're willing to spend the money and the buyer is willing to spend the money. Because if the best way to ship overseas, the best way to ship overseas with tracking, FedEx. Okay, FedEx. When I sold my X-Men 1 9.0 to the UK for $29,000, yes, I spent $150 FedEx it with signature requirement, all that stuff. Yes, there is no using regular postal when you ship something like that overseas. Luther say buy both, timely and easy. But anyhow, that's it for this week. I will continue to finish cooking the rest of this pot. Okay. I figure why not? I have time. The guest will be here for 10 minutes. Keep on cooking. Thank you for tuning in. Until next week. Who knows what I'll be cooking next week? Later. Bye-bye.